Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, and I'm bringing you another measure Kool-Aid report. And this time, I'm keeping it real that Dak Prescott is the MVP, not Jalen Hurts. And yes, I do mean it. Um, because this tweet that I sent out got a lot of people hot. Now I'm getting a lot of shares on this from Cowboy fans because most people didn't even know this. And I said, congrats to Jalen Hurts. His alleged MVP season is on pace to equals Dak's rookie season, right? So if you look at Jalen in 2022, right now having 14 games. Now remember in 2016, Dak was the only QB that didn't have to play on week 16, and he only played the first series. So he really only played 15 games. So, but if you look at Hurts yards throwing, it's only 3,472. His TDs throwing is only 22. His rating is 104.6, which a lot of them like to brag on. Uh, and then, obviously the games, right? So, and we go talk about his rushing touchdowns too. But if you look at Dak in 2016, he had a better completion percentage. He had more yards in 15 games. He had more throwing TDs. Hurts might get him if he play. He might throw for more than that. He go likely might barely beat him on that. But Dak also had a better season passing rating. Now, a lot of Philly people, they crying and they really want us to give him credit for MVP. And this is the thing. What Dak did was way more impressive as a rookie than what Hurts is doing in his second year. It's way more impressive. Because first of all, Hurts got better weapons added to him. If you go look at the weapons that he working with, AJ Brown and D Smith, that was better than what Dak was walking into, which he was walking into an older Dez Bryant, which is AJ Brown-ish, but AJ Brown younger right now was better than what Dak walked into, and that's a fact, right? You look at Goddard versus old man Witten, who was old then. That's better than what Dak was working with. If you go look at the number two receiver, you talking about T. Williams, you talking about Butler, you talking about a group that is not even close to what Hurts is working with. You talking about a real good running game, just like we had a good running game with Zeke. They also have a good running game, but they have a tandem of running games. But also, let's just keep it real. The degree of difficulty was harder on Dak. It was much harder on Dak. So Hurts, he had a whole offseason to work with AJ Brown and D. Smith and Goddard and all those weapons. Dak walked in as a rookie as a fourth string quarterback. He was thrown out there because Kellen Moore, his current coach, was hurt. And then Romo was hurt. And Dak went out there and had a season passing wise that's just as good easily as Hurts. And that's no exaggeration. See, but this is the difference. They wasn't gonna give no rookie MVP even though Dak was in the conversation for MVP. They wasn't gonna give it to a rookie. Most people were saying that. They were saying Dak deserves to be the MVP or in the conversation, but they don't give it to rookies. They was gonna go ahead and give him the rookie of the year, which he did also achieve. But his numbers, definitely passing, is just as good or better than Hurts, and that's no exaggeration. So then a lot of them Philly guys and ladies, they jump in there and say, where's the rushing? Where is the rushing? Well, let's talk about it. Because, see, Dak also had 6 rushing touchdowns versus Hurts got 13. But, see, y'all not dealing with somebody that don't watch film. You can try to inflate them rushing touchdowns to somebody else, but I actually watched Philly. I actually broke down a lot of y'all tape, and I know a whole lot of Hurts touchdowns came on the 1 yard line with QB sneak. So y'all can try to inflate those rushing touchdowns all you want, but I see right through it, dog. You ain't gonna be able to run that game on Boss Cowboy Sports. Now, using your quarterback on QB sneak is smart. It is analytical football. They have a great conversion rate. But in my opinion, you should give that offensive line more credit than y'all giving Hurts.
Bruh. Finish him.
So you ain't gonna be able to inflate that trash to me, dog. Cause see, this is the thing I don't like about a lot of Philly people is y'all spent all day devaluing Dak when Dak was doing good on his rushing touchdowns. Y'all made sure when we was comparing them to Wentz that rushing wouldn't count. Y'all didn't never want to talk about rushing. Anytime we brought up the total makeup of a quarterback, oh, y'all didn't want to hear it. But now y'all leading the campaign on respect our quarterback. Man, we ain't got to respect that dude. This game week, I ain't respecting nothing. Respect these bullets. They literally spent all this time hating on Dak for years and hating on a lot of great production. You can go listen to any one of their content creators and they never spoke any kind of objectivity about Dak. It was always trolling, fake. He's average, he's mid-grade. No, bro, who's actually putting up average production? I put it like this. If Hurts get MVP this year, the standard of QB is down.
Yoga fire. Yoga fire.
It is down.
Flame.
Because Dak last year had 37 throwing touchdowns. Last year. Yeah. So let's keep it real. And listen, Cowboy Nation, don't apologize for sticking your chest out on your quarterback. Because, see, they like to do it on their game managing quarterback. See, they got a game manager. And Dak was a game manager as a rookie. And I always say this. It's literally nothing wrong with being a game manager. But, see, y'all not going to try to pump and pump up Hurts like he just so colder than Dak. And he not, man. Y'all need to kick rocks. Dak is 7-2 versus Philly, and we supposed to be apologizing? Man. No, bro. So let's talk about real value. So when you talking about real value, like, value is not value like they have value. See, Wentz, when they was trying to say Wentz was the leading MVP in 2017, he really wasn't a real MVP. You know how I know? Because his backup was able to go in and do more. So the fact that Philly team was so good at that time that Foles was able to walk right in and walk them right to a Super Bowl and get MVP more so showed that Wentz was not a real valuable player. It was what's around Wentz. So a lot of them like to cry about what Micah Parsons said, but what Micah Parsons said was actually true. He said, is it Hurts or is it that defense or is it that offensive line? See, because you can't talk real football to some people because they get in their feelings and they start acting all moist when you giving them real football discussion. Because, see, everybody know if you go look at the facts. If you go look at the facts that Wentz was really not the MVP because Foles was able to do better. Well, why not with Hurts? Why not with Hurts? We really don't know. We haven't really seen Hurts because of the identity of the team have to put them back in it by throwing. See, Dak had to do that even as a rookie. When he was going against Green Bay and we got behind, Dak had to put us back in that game throwing. See, we haven't watched that from Hurts. Not saying he can't. We just don't know that he can. So why am I going to make him valuable like that? If we don't even know if you can do that yet, big dog. We got to see you in that moment. You not in that moment. Now, is that saying Hurts is bad? No. Because if that's saying he garbage, no. Is that saying he average? No. Obviously, he playing much better than above average. We can all admit to that. See, they'll never say that about Dak, but I can say that about Hurts. But I'm also not going to crown him more than what he is. So let's look at what real value is. So if you're looking at real value, you're looking at what somebody means to their team. When you look at Dak Prescott, with this team this year without Dak Prescott, was ranked 23rd in points, 27th in total yards, 27th in passing yards, 29th in third down, and 25th in points per drive. When Dak came back, all of that shot up to top 5 instantly. Instantly. That is valuable. That's somebody that makes your team way better, and the main reason why the Cowboys are doing what they're doing. Also, there's history of this. This is not the first time this happened. When Dak went down with that ankle, he was averaging 407 yards per game, the highest in NFL history. That's valuable. Yeah. So see, the media ain't gonna talk about this because see, everybody like to hate on the Dallas Cowboys. This also happened before when he went down with his ankle, where you look at what was the quarterbacks doing without Dak, and then you go look at what happened when Dak came back. The average went up by 10, the yards went up by 200, and the passing went up by 200. That is valuable. And then when you add on top of that, we have the most complicated system in the NFL. Mike McCarthy said himself that he's never been a part of a system with so many option routes. So you got Dak, who literally got to read multiple receivers, who could have multiple options all at the same time and yet get it right. So I supposed to apologize about the facts of my quarterback? See, and let's also talk about this. MVP is based on 60 journalists who vote. This is not a people's award. This is a popular award. And this could also be called a bias award. So let me say it like this. Let's just keep it simple. It's a reason why when Philly had a competitive game against the Texans, they said, oh, man, these guys pulled it out. They showed great grit. But when Dallas have a competitive game versus Houston, they trolled the fact that we had a competitive game. When we was competitive against the Colts before we blew them out, they still tried to troll us even though we blew them out in the fourth quarter. Now, and this is the mainstream media. So you got to use your common sense. So if it's cool when they do it, but then they hate it when the Dallas Cowboys do it, and then those are the same people that's voting on MVP, will Dallas get a first shot in this game? No, bro. No. So actually, Dak should have been MVP. He should have been MVP as a rookie because he was doing exactly what Hurts is doing, but with a greater degree of difficulty. Much greater. He didn't have no offseason with Dez. He didn't have no offseason with Witten. He was thrown out there. He won 11 games straight, and he was sitting down by week 16. And on top of that, he had somebody sitting right behind him, breathing down his back, had all this internal pressure, and he was dealing with horrible play calling and predictable play calling with Scott Linehan. That's valuable. So listen, I'm not finna apologize about the facts on my quarterback. I'm not. I stand with him. I know he's valuable. I know he one of the most valuable or the most valuable person in the league. Who else can deal with the dysfunction of Dallas but Dak? We sitting up here having a tug of war between our head coach and our OC, and our offense is still top because of our quarterback. So yeah, so on this right here, I don't apologize at all. I don't apologize. I don't care about your running back, quarterback. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care about you running a pseudo wildcat where you're using him as a leg advantage, where you're using his rushing as an advantage. I don't care nothing about that. Nah. Because y'all getting treated, Philly, like Cinderella. And y'all always treated like Cinderella. And let's keep it real. The reason why y'all treated like media darlings is because people choose y'all to hate on Dallas. If y'all win in our division, nobody would even care about Hurts or Philly. They like Philly because Philly lately has been competing with Dallas. And there's such a big group of haters that these people cater to it. So y'all got me messed up, and I'm gonna keep it real 100%. And I know exactly what my team is. I know exactly what we stand for, and I know we better than y'all. And if our OC get his act together, we go whoop y'all with ease. Pretty much like we always do. But this that measured Kool-Aid from Boss Cowboy Sports. Y'all got me messed up. I'm gonna keep it real always. Y'all stay up. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.